Alright, here we are. Next round. We are going to be playing first. This looks like a mulligan to me. I mean, we do get an Aquamoeba, but we're just not going anywhere. We need green mana immediately to really make this hand good. We've got a fairly dead Dreampod Druid and a Blastoderm. Casting a Blastoderm with this hand is kind of a pipe dream, so I'm going to mulligan this one. I'm going to mulligan this one as well. Just basically similar reasoning. This one I'm going to keep. This one is 1 blue mana away from being a decent hand. I mean, obviously I'm pretty bummed that we had to mull to 5, but I think that, you know, if we can hit... Oh, I should have just played Rootwalla. I should have got in for 1 there. I got a little short-sighted with that. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Now we're doing it. 1 damage down, but we're not going to miss out on this 3 damage here. Basking Rootwalla beatdowns. And he's going to cycle something. Elvish Aberration. Okay. Well, our mission is clear. We need blue mana. Alright, well, I'll let him do this thing. Sometimes they just block anyway. Yeah, he can make me use up my mana. He's going to get this value out of it anyway, but we have no other play, so it's pretty easy for us. Yeah, missing a couple land drops can sting. If we find blue mana, how are we doing? We're doing okay. Grizzly Fate is one way that we can get back in this game if it does go for a little while. It's a way for us to sort of dominate the ground game. So that is a game plan, but we are miles away from casting a Grizzly Fate, unfortunately. If we do hit blue, though, we can play Aquamoeba. We can then pitch Obsessive Search to it at some point and try to keep the land drops flowing. A well-timed counterspell could work, but again, it's really going to... Like, if we draw an island on this next draw, we've got a lot of sweet plays coming. If we just keep bricking, we're going to fall behind and lose, which is... I mean, that's just magic. This is Flametongue Kavu. If it is, I could think of worse. Splashing for something here. Oh, he's going to bring back Elvish Aberration. All right. And we brick again. All right. This might not be our game. He's got infinite mana and a much, much bigger creature than what we have here, so... Yeah, great. Well, certainly no blocks. And you've got Astral Slide also, sure. All right. Don't really care if he slides out our Basking Rootwalla here. The damage is fairly inconsequential, as taking him from 17 to 14 isn't exactly a long-term game plan, and we've ran fairly bad this game, I will say. We mulliganed to 5, and then we drew Skywing Aven, Drifters. So this might just be one of those really tough ones to win either way. So what's next here? A swamp? What do you got? Do something. Astral Slide, pretty good at knocking these things out of commission also. So More bad news on the horizon. Our long-term game plan gets a lot worse. Brindleshote, sure. Don't care. And that's somewhat laughable. Meantime, I just say go. I don't want to give him a 3-3. He'll just snap block and make me pump, and then he gets a 3-3 out of the deal. I'm not going to do that. Grunts, sure. Time Walk. Just the rub-ins. They just keep flowing. He's got all of his mana. He's time walking us. We're also just stone dead here. All right, so that was a non-game. We just didn't really get to play any Magic there. We do have a Tribute to the Wild, which I think we should probably bring in. Elephant Guide stays out. We have one Grizzly Fate. Otherwise, we don't really get too boned by Astral Slide. It's just more annoying than anything. But I think having one answer to it in our main deck now is pretty decent. Flametongue Kavu should be quite good against him. Probably can ditch like Drifters. Drifters is pretty mediocre anyway. All right, let's play first. And let us keep this one. Yes, very easy keep. Play Grand Coliseum. I also could play Forest and cycle Tranquil Thicket, but I think I just want to get Grand Coliseum as our only real blue source down so I can play turn 2 Aquamoeba, turn 3 Arrogant Wurm. Maybe. Make an Aquamoeba. And we'll see what happens. We draw an untapped mana. I can make an Arrogant Wurm. I'd be quite thrilled with that. That didn't happen, though. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is get rid of Obsessive Search here and see if we can't hit a land. Otherwise, I'll just play the Thicket. Oh, he's going to get his Choking Tethers on, too. It seems to be the thing to do these days. If I'm not going to get in for the extra damage, I think I'm just going to play the Thicket and pass here. And I'll ditch Obsessive Search and cycle it, as opposed to playing the second Aquamoeba. Brindleshote, sure. Probably want to do that too. And we draw FTK. That's nice. That's very nice. That's going to allow us, let's see, can we really attack here? Unfortunately, the Brindleshote does kind of brick us on actual attacks because I really want to make an Arrogant Wurm. I guess what I can do is just attack with it and then just make an Arrogant Wurm on his turn. So let's do that. Because I want the... I don't mind killing the Brindleshote. I can Flametongue Kavu it that way. Can't do it now because it's got a damage on it. this guy's just going off. Okay, sure. Oh, lovely. We get to eat a boar. Who's hungry? Nice. So he plays fast bond for no value, and we get to just 0 for 1 his Brindle Shoat with this combination, and now we have this. That's pretty good. And we even draw a land here. I think I don't hate trading off Chimeric Idol for one of these two. So yeah, I think I'm just going to ship the squad here. And whatever he decides to block, I will oblige him a trade. Because that thing's not going anywhere, and if I can get a 3/3 off the table, it means this Arrogant Wurm is going to be the biggest thing on the table for quite a while. So let's get rid of a Skywing Aven because I don't really care about it. Oh, I meant to pump. Darn it. That was just sloppy. These little mistakes are going to catch up to me. There's no doubt about it. I could have gotten in for 2 extra damage that turn. He's already used 1 Choking Tethers. I guess he could have another. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. That seems pretty good if I get to play another Aquamoeba. Oh, this is going to be Repel? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, okay. On Arrogant Wurm. All right, well, let's get in for the full 6 here then. Ran out of cards. Okay, he's going to basically just use Time Walk to draw a card here. It's not really doing much else. Okay, so what I can do is I can Flametongue Kavu Yavimaya Elder. Or I can just attack with the team here. And get this Arrogant Wurm back on the battlefield with whichever one of these he doesn't block. If he goes block, block, then I probably just let that happen and then Flametongue Kavu the Brindle token. If he blocks Basking Rootwalla with Yavimaya Elder, it's a little bit awkward because I still want to get the Arrogant Wurm on the battlefield first, but I guess I need to get these things out of the way either way, so let's battle. We are representing lethal here, technically, though you would have to completely not block at all in order for us to have it, so that ain't happening. Okay, so I'm just going to let that happen. I think I'm just going to completely just let that happen. He takes 1. He makes a Brindle thing. And I can make a worm on his turn, or I can Flametongue Kavu the boar right now. I think I just make a worm on his turn. That way I have more options for the Flametongue Kavu. No red this time. Okay. This is so bad here. All right, so can I just kill him? Let's see. I FTK the boar. I attack with everything. He blocks here. He takes 3, 4, 5. So I can't just kill him. But I can get in for a decent chunk of damage here and have a Flametongue Kavu left over. This is actually interesting also, though. I can also attack with everything, assume that the Arrogant Wurm goes here, and that he blocks something here. Yeah, no, that doesn't get it done. All right, so Flametongue Kavu. Interestingly, I could also put 4 damage. Let's see, if I put the Kavu damage on the Jungle Wurm, and then I attack with everything, what happens? If he blocks the Arrogant Wurm, I can do 3 to him, and then he blocks whatever Aquamoeba here, and then I can do 6, 7. I can get him to 1 if I do that, but he's left with both creatures, which I think really doesn't set us up well for next turn, so let's kill that. Battle 3, 4, 5. I get him down to 3. I lose the worm. I untap, and he's got to do a whole bunch of stuff. You can also just wait a turn and attack with everything instead of, you know, basically throwing away the worm. And if I do that, I can go 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll be representing 13 damage. It's probably worth it, though, to get in right now. For the 5 damage to get him down to 3, and I'll have 4 creatures versus 1. So he's got to come up with something pretty spectacular right here. Like, he's going to have to fill out the board with a whole bunch of stuff. Because I'm going to have lethal, 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 lethal. I'm going to have 4 lethal attackers versus whatever he comes up with here. Hopefully we can scrape out this game. Really? Wow, okay. Go to 2. All right, so he just, I don't know, he was just fooling around with that last part. Let's see here. This Repel seems pretty decent against him. Maybe I ditch the Drifters and put in a Repel. You know, if he's going to be playing that big dumb worm against us, or if he's going to be using reanimation spells, I think Repel gets a lot better. Provoke, Tangle, Tribute. I actually don't want anymore. I thought I wanted you Tribute, but I don't. No, if he's going to play Fast Bond for just for nothing, then I'm just not going to bother. This looks fine. I get to cycle Tranquil Thicket right away to get a card in the yard for logic and help us find an island. Cancel that order. We found an island. So the question is, do I want to do Obsessive Search or Tranquil Thicket? Probably Tranquil Thicket here. I mean, that's the card that we can't abuse, or maybe not abuse, but get some value from later. All right, so let's cycle this thing. Aquamoeba, perfect. Play an Aquamoeba. We're not in abuse it mode yet, but Chain Lightning, sure. And maybe we'll draw a good creature here. We're going to play the elves, but maybe we won't even play the elves. I might just play forest and just try to counter something. The elves really aren't doing a ton here. I mean, they get us one step closer to mutation. Oh, there's a Skywing Aven. I might just leave up Circular Logic here, though. I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave up Circular Logic in case he goes for a big play here. And if he doesn't, I do have at least a small backup plan with the Obsessive Search. But I think that, you know, there's enough stuff on 4 here that I can Circular Logic and feel pretty good about it. Time Walk, okay. So it's basically explore here as I can't really do much. All right, but we're going to counter basically whatever this is, and it is Grizzly Fate. Yeah, we're going to counter it. That could be a problem later. But not a huge one, I don't think. Bigger problem is that we're just missing mana, and we don't really have any big punch going here. Hopefully he draws his exploration now. That'd make me kind of happy. Grizzly Fate, hey. Attacking here, I'm gonna cycle Obsessive Search and hope to hit a land. If we draw an island, I can play Skywing Aven either way, so I think I can get in here with the Fyndhorn Elves either way. So draw an Arrogant Wurm. If I wouldn't have attacked with Fyndhorn Elves, I could have made one. Oh well. I like that draw. Oh, we get Simian Grunted here, though. Bummer. What's he going to block? Yeah, he's kind of got to block the Amoeba. I can't blame him there. That does put, what, 5 cards in our yard, though? So we're only 2 away. Yeah, we're only 2 away from that. That's pretty good. And we can get those in the yard pretty easy. Like, I think I'm going to Aether Mutation his Simian Grunts and just try to set him back a bunch before I Grizzly Fate here. Or maybe just Repel it. Oh, yeah, repelling it? That would be sweet. How do you ever recover from getting your Simian Grunts repelled? What a miserable feeling that is. Land? Yes. It's a good land, too. Make a worm. Worm bigger than grunts. He's flooding a little bit. He's going to flash back Grizzly Fate. That I can deal with. That I'm actually glad it's out of the way now, because now our Grizzly Fate all of a sudden looks way better. He doesn't have any attacks here. We do. Interesting. So I think I like just attacking with Arrogant Wurm here and seeing if he wants to go for the triple block. If he does, I'm happy to just like bounce Simian Grunts and trade my Arrogant Wurm for his bears and then just recast another Arrogant Wurm. Nothing? Yeah, okay, take 4. I'm fine with that too. We'll play an Arrogant Wurm. Move it along. I was kind of hoping that he would so I could get a Repel in the yard. I do want to wait now for Grizzly Fate to be full power because it shouldn't be hard for that to happen. Aether Mutation on grunts is okay. I could just Aether Mutation my own Arrogant Wurm here and make a whole crap ton of tokens. I would pay 5 mana for that privilege, I think. Radiance Judgment cycling. Interesting. He doesn't have white mana, so he can't take out one of my Arrogant Wurms. I'm really glad he doesn't, too. That would have been ugly. Choking Tethers is a card we're going to have to keep in mind as we move through this game, just in case he can get us, like, we're at 17, so I'm not super worried, but, like, there's a chance he can get us to some, like, lethal. Oh, is this his own Aether Mutation? No. No, I don't know what's going on here now. What do you got? What is it? Carevex Torch on the worm? Post-combat. Can't say I understand that play too well, but I'll take it. So this puts us at 6, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So, yeah, I think I still attack with the worm. Put the whole team in front? Oh, don't do that. Oh, that's a worst case for you. Repel the grunts. Get in some damage and eat a bear. And next turn, we get to Grizzly Fate for... Yeah, we've got 7. I guess I can just look wherever. But yeah, we've got 7 in there now. So, yippee. Go ahead. He just drew Simian Grunts. We know that. He could attack with his bear, but I don't even think he really has a great attack here. All right, so now we know his whole hand because he played his forest, so he's got Simian Grunts and Simian Grunts alone. Dreampod Druid isn't going to do it. I can attack with Arrogant Wurm to trade for Simian Grunts, and I think I should. Because then Simian Grunts is one of the only ways that he can hold off our Grizzly army. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm pretty happy here to trade Arrogant Wurm for the ape. Bear fight. 1 mana away from flashing that bad boy back as well. At this point, I might even just Aether Mutate a bear. That just puts us on a 2-turner. Actually, it's a 2-turner either way. And if we draw a land, it's even less. What is this? Scrivener? Does he have anything? What was it? Oh, Radiance Judgment. And doesn't have a target now, but he does get to cycle it. All right, that's a good play for him. He has a bear trade situation. I could Aether Mutate that. I do get 5 1/1s, which should shut the door pretty nicely on the situation. Yeah, we'll see. I think he's got a cycler. I think that's what I'm putting him on here. All right, let's attack with all the bears. Just trade a bunch of them off here. And then we're just going to flash back the Grizzly Fate. I don't think I want to give him a Scrivener and give him more draw steps. I think I'm just going to use the Aether Mutation as just sorcery speed bounce spell, just to get something out of the way and then kill him. Yeah, I think I can just go for that. Oh. Yeah, that works too. he sacks it, then what happens? I mean, we've got 13 power on the battlefield here. Any 4 of these bears plus this elf get in and the game ends. He gets to draw a card here. He's got 1 unknown card in hand. Has to be pretty special, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he dies here. He could draw Choking Tethers to tap down 4 bears. He would take 5 in that case. That would buy him a turn. Could certainly matter. Though I can also draw a card, so if he has Choking Tethers, yeah, he should have done it right there, but maybe he got it. Yeah, he did. Play a flyer. All right. Why won't this thing let me type? There we go. Anyway, all right, we made it to the finals. So, yes, we have sort of scrapped our way here, and hopefully we can finish off.